These are the top 10 products you can sell right now on Shopify. And one of them, I'll let you guess which, is absolutely exploding on a new store that I started. And now there's only 3 things for you to do. Number 1 is going to be opening your Shopify store. Use the link down below. You're going to get an extended special trial for $1 from Shopify. Number 2, DM me a screenshot of that once you open your store with that link. And I'm going to send you another list of winning products so that you can have a ton of ideas. And number 3 is join my free course, which is linked down below. $0. That's going to show you how to build the store, how to run the ads, and actually sell these products. So do that with those 2 links below, and let's jump right in. All right, these are really cool because these are going to sell for a long time, not just 1 month. Number 1 and number 5 are my favorites, just so you have an idea. Here's the first one. It is a fake but very real looking water gun, right? Squirt gun, toy gun. This looks extremely real, and the funny part is it has a drum mag too, which is really funny. I mean, you can use that as an upsell. It looks ridiculous. The thing is, you have to be very clear on the advertising platforms. Put it just like I did here with the asterisks and fake, fake gun, not real, water gun, toy gun, prop gun. You have to say these things very clearly. Otherwise, you're going to get shut down. That video will be taken off the platform. Now, the reason I think this product is going to work well is because it's a big joke. So it's not just going to be parents buying this for kids. I would buy this, probably will, but you can make a funny video, put 2 people in an alley pretending to get into a fight. They both pull out their fake guns and just start having like a water shootout, some stupid, funny thing that can actually go viral organically. Now, this product itself, you can source, depending on where you're doing it, from about $11 to $17. That's really cheap because this product has a lot of upside. I'd be looking to sell it for about $39.99 when I'm starting. As soon as it starts working and it's selling, I'll probably bump that up a little bit, and I'm going to show you a really cool upsell here in a second. Now, in terms of the sourcing for this, you can use whatever platform you want. Inside of our course, we go through a ton of different things, but this right here is on Zendrop, and this is just their basic, absolute worst, most expensive pricing. You're going to pay $13.50, and if you want the drum mag, which would be a nice upsell to offer to people, you're going to source it for a little bit more. So again, you would just have that as an upsell that people could purchase. So that's like the high pricing. I could get this much, much lower through some of the resources that I use. So that is the first product, one that I think is great. Building off the water theme, right? It's summertime, a backyard water rocket. This is super fun for kids. I've seen this product exploding on TickTok and Facebook. You'd want some sort of action video. Show the product levitating because it literally stays there being supported by water. It's a really cool video. Kids using it, having fun. This one also not very expensive, 12 to 16 bucks. You can sell this for about 40 as well. Okay. And I would definitely, if you're going to run front end ads to this, definitely upsell the water gun. I think that would be more successful than trying to upsell the water rocket on top of the gun. I think the gun itself is going to be a more attractive product, but it would also be a great upsell for this. So you can do those on the same store. The next one hits close to home for me because I've sold a lot of jewelry. In fact, this was a personal jewelry store that I was running that scaled to $170,000 in the second month. Absolutely ridiculous, right? Now, this is a long distance bracelet. I love jewelry. This stuff sells really well. There's multiple variations of this that you can source. The sourcing cost, it really depends on what type of one you want because there's a lot of variations and you want to be able to sell it for at least a 2.5 to 3x, whatever you're getting it for, but you wouldn't want to sell this bundle for more than $80 for both of them. That starts to get a little expensive. Here's an example that I found. I ran into one of their ads and here is their store. They are selling this for $144. I think that's ridiculous. Find a variation that is cheaper. You're going to have much more success if you can find a way to price this under $100 and go run TikTok and or Facebook ads. So that is going to be the highest level of success. On this, you touch it and then the other person feels it. So kind of an interesting, or lights up or whatever. So kind of an interesting thing there. But reaction videos can work really well. That's exactly what did the sales here, is just a video of somebody reacting to it, getting the product. Here you could show them whenever it lights up or whatever it does, the person reacting to that. So be a really cool one. That is another great option. All right, another one, bubble slides. I've seen this one popping up on Facebook, building off a lot of the cozy slides that people like. Just show a cool video of people wearing them, walking on different surfaces, different color floors, whatever. Just a cool thing with people smiling, showing how comfortable it is. That would be my idea for a video. My good friend Jake owns Pillow Slides, which is an absolutely brilliant company. Everybody loves it. They crush it. This is a totally different variation, not really in direct competition, but it has the more cute vibe, an interest, less practical, more cute, which is cool. It could definitely sell. Also, these are not very expensive to source. We'd be looking to sell them for about a 3x target. So there's that. Again, start your store off right. Use that extended trial. Most Shopify trials are 14 days. That's what you'd normally get. But if you use that link below, you're going to get up to a 90-day trial. Use that and then send me a screenshot. I'll send you a bunch of cool free resources. All right. So the next one, my second favorite here, is the RC plane. It's been a long time since I've seen a product go this mega viral. This thing is crazy. The videos of people flying it, because it flies weird. Like you wouldn't expect it to like be able to take off how it does. It's just a weird freaking product. This is awesome. So do an action video, show the plane in use. You can do a dramatic price reveal, which I normally never talk about price in the video, but if towards the end of the video you put $249, slash it out and put, $75, whatever it is, where it's like, it's such a discount because most RC cars, planes, boats, whatever, is a $200 minimum. Like I have bought RC airplanes for $1,000 and proceeded to crash them the same day, but they're an expensive toy. And so when you have one that's super cheap, that is definitely an attention grabber. This right here, you can source $25 to $40 depending on where you're getting it. Again, using ZenDrop just for a basic framework, this is going to be the most you would ever pay, is about $38. Again, shipping being most of that, we can get that down later. That's a ridiculous structure. So yeah, this would be something that I could totally source for $25. Not a problem, maybe 28. So it'd be one of those things where you'd be looking to sell it for, again, a 2.5 to 3X. You could definitely raise it as it's selling well, but around that $60 to $100 mark would be super healthy as long as you have a good margin. So the next one is a magnetic levitating light. This is just an eye-catching product. It's aesthetic. It looks good. It is expensive to source depending on where you go. I would not use ZenDrop for this one. And I'd be looking to sell it for definitely under $100. If I couldn't, this one I wouldn't do if you couldn't get the right pricing on your sourcing. So that would be one of those things where I would move on if you can't get the right price here, but a really cool product. People, this is crazy. It's a magnet in there. So the light bulb is levitating or something. It's nuts. All right. Another cool one is Heart Sushi Kit. This has a really wide market because over 70% of people in the West have tried sushi. So a lot of people love sushi. For the video here, I'd aim for like a DIY date night thing. Show a couple making the sushi, having fun, eating it, because this one puts it in a little heart shape. So cool, unique, little love relationship style product, super cheap. Okay, I'd be looking to sell this for cheap, so you'd have to find some sort of upsell to get your average order value to at least 40. Again, that's my minimum, especially when I'm running ads on TikTok. Go through the free course, you will understand. So there's that side of it. A horsetail hair clip. I don't know the first thing about hair. As you see, I buzzed all mine off, but assuming, oh God, I'm careful making assumptions these days, but a product that every woman is qualified to, assuming you have long hair. Okay, I would build a brand off this. I love building a brand in the female space, whether it's like personal care, hair products, whatever. I know a couple people actually who have really cool like female type brands that are just awesome. So they constantly, it's repeat buyers. It's really awesome. So for the video, I just show a woman putting her hair up. It's easy to make. You can definitely send somebody some free products in exchange for some photos, some videos. That way you would have really unique content. These are dirt cheap. So you're going to say, hey, I can't source it for 3 and sell it for 12. You're not going to make any money at 12. Correct, because you're going to spend too much on ads. But what you do is you do a bundle pack. This increases your AOV. You don't let someone buy one. And if you do, the one is $15, but you could get 2 for 23 or 4 for 30. Like it's just a drastic drop where it makes so much sense for them to spend $30 and get 5 of them. Right? So you just make that first offer look less attractive. Another one that's starting to trend, is doing well on Facebook, is this block car. So it's like, there's different versions of the car, but it's basically a better version of Legos, usually for kids that are interested in cars where you can build it and it just looks way cooler when it's done. So I would show that whole process in the video. These are not very expensive to source. You could sell multiple different types of cars. $39 to $50 is probably a reasonable range to source it in and sell it. So the last one here is a robot alarm clock. This would be the funniest, most viral video if you hit it right, because you could show how annoying it is. This thing runs around your room with flashing lights, making all sorts of noise. So I would show somebody like, all pissed off, getting up and smashing it once they catch them. You can make the funniest video if you wanted to put the effort into it. Also, not a very expensive product, around the $10 mark. Sell it for 30, maybe 35, find an upsell, again, get that AOV to 40. That is what we're doing. Now, I really, really like a couple of these, really love the plane, really like this if you can source it correctly. And then I really like these 2 water products. So those are kind of my top 4 out of these 10, if you will. Now, I'm going to show you a group coaching call. I never really reveal these. These are inside of our one-on-one mentoring program where you get a dedicated coach that you can message with, checkup calls at the 30-day mark. You get to be able to chat with me directly. Once a week, I'm there for a group call. Your coach is there for a group call with everybody. There's such a great community, and we work so closely with everybody in there, and the goal is being accountable. This is not some $500 course. It's a very expensive thing. And this is something where we work closely with people for 3 to 6 months. It's It's not just like, hey, here's 20 videos, good luck. So this is a very serious group of people putting their money and their time where their mouth is, building a real business. So we were going through product research, helping some of the newer guys just starting filter through their product list. You're going to find this immensely valuable. If you want to apply for the coaching group, you can do that with the link down below. I will leave it all the way in the bottom of the description. Just fill out a couple questions based on the application. We can jump on a call with you. All right, enjoy. Here's some of my favorite resources that you can use. I know people talk a lot about like scrolling through TickTock or scrolling through Facebook. That doesn't work unless you've already searched over and over again multiple types of products on the platform and you started engaging with those ads. That's what makes them pop up because you've already interacted with it. So I first get the idea for most of my products through Mania, through PP ads. You can use Shop Hunter. I have not actually used dropshipping.io, but I've heard great things. All of these are very similar. Okay, PP ads is a little bit different because it goes a little more in depth on the ad platform. So for TikTok, seeing people's ads, I think it's kind of a build off of Mania. Okay, this platform allows you to look at multiple people's ads. I would recommend it. This is one of the cheapest ones. It's just tough because a lot of the stuff in here is complete trash. It's just garbage. So you got to kind of spot, obviously this is not relevant. Like you got to look for the ads. So like here's one for an example. This is kind of cool because you can tell this was an ad. 24 million people watched this. This was a reply to somebody's comment. So they went in a video that they had already made, replied to it, and uploaded the video promoting their product or made one on TikTok. And this video crushed it. It's actually cool to see this product. I sold this exact one on Facebook and scaled it. It was the first store I ever scaled past $10,000 a day quite a while ago. Might have been late 2018. Maybe early 2019. And it did really well, but people are bringing it back on TikTok and they have been. So it's cool to see that still working. You can see that engagement. You can see how many comments. I mean, this is clearly, it's extremely unlikely that this was not an ad. And so things like this, that's what we're looking for here. We're looking to see what people are doing, and you can go look at this, pull this up and look at their store and see exactly what they're doing. Go study their upsells, study their emails, all of that. So these platforms can be good to scroll through. I always like to sort by, either weekly winner or best of the month. I want to look for the highest engagement. So that's what you're looking for. Millions and millions of views is usually a good sign. When you get past a couple million and it's clearly a video ad, like it's not just some organic thing, it's very likely that it was not organically performing that well. So people were spending some money on there, but yeah, those are a couple of these really good platforms. Again, PP ads allows you to go a little more in depth on what you're doing on TikTok. So you can actually see people's ads. So I do think that's a little better than this for that, but use them all. The more, the better. Building off of that, research strategy, like how we actually collect these products. I'm not just going to say, okay, here's that one. Like, let's go run it. There's a lot more you have to do. I'm going to go look at multiple sourcing options. So Dropship Agent is a great platform and I'm great friends with the owners, but doesn't work if you have zero sales. So probably not an option. CJ Dropshipping, Zen Drop, those are going to be better options. Maybe AliExpress. I would really try to push off of that. There are some good suppliers, but it's just too risky. So I'd go for a third-party platform. And I'd go do research on this. The thing I struggled with on this product was margin. It was fucking expensive. This is the second product that I ever bought inventory for, and I didn't buy a lot of it. But I mean, when you can go, I think I was paying like $36 to drop ship it. It was like 21 with inventory. I mean, that's a huge difference. So like that, I think making that move, I started making an extra $1,000 a day. It was nuts. So I had to put some cash up front, but it was well worth it. So just looking at those sourcing options, looking at the margin, like a product like this is so similar to LED lights. If we go look up, these are a couple of the products that worked really well on TikTok. I'm a big fan of everything LED light related. Like all of these, I had a student scale this to about 2 million a month. He had actually 2 different versions of this product, but it's easy to make videos with this product. All you need is the product and a room that can be dark. You flip off the lights, make a video with it. Like it's easy. And it's just as easy to do that as well with this. Just cast it onto the wall. It's Bluetooth. So just thinking about that while you're looking at the products is good. As for tactical strategy, add 10, 20, 30, 40, however many products you find, add them all to a list, and then I would try to rank them. So I do this on Google spreadsheets. I don't do it on a Google Doc. I like the separated columns. I'll put the link to it, put the name of the product just so I know. I don't click on the link, like projector, Galaxy Light projector, whatever. Name them all, have a link to it or whatever ad or video that you saw, and then try to rank them based on category. Margin, how easy is it to build new videos for the product? You know, the size or the weight of the product for shipping. So these are a couple of things that I'm looking at as I narrow them down. You know, margin, size of the market, competition. This is tough. I just go search on all the platforms. I want to see how many people are doing this. Is there 3 different accounts that have big videos with millions of views? So you start to get, 6, 10, 12 of these pages doing it, it's likely that they've already scaled it and it's going to be really expensive for you to do it. So when doing product research, that's going to be a big thing to look for. And then just usually not a problem. Like on this product, totally doesn't matter. But certain products, the size or the weight, if it's really large and weighs nothing, it's still going to cost a lot to ship because of the size. Vice versa with the weight. I gave this a try, tried to source this and whatever. You basically pour isopropyl, which is like a non-toxic liquid that you unfortunately can't sell to your customers. That would have been a perfect upsell. But you light it on fire. So if this thing tips over, like I made an ad, somebody said, is it safe? And I tipped this thing over in the street and just fire went everywhere. But that thing weighs 18 pounds. Tiny, but it's heavy. It's really expensive to ship. So keep that in mind. I would just keep expanding your list, contracting it, narrowing it down. Ben, I know you're working on some product research, building it. Brandon, is that where you're at as well? You trying to find some products?
Yeah, I haven't started any product research yet, but either today after I get off work or tomorrow morning, I'm going to start product research.
Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, I'd probably focus on these two, on Mania and PP ads. That would probably be the best start. Um, and then just scrolling through the platform. Anything you see, search it up. See if you find other videos. Other people clearly running an ad. Go look at their store, see what other products they have. That's where a lot of my ideas have developed. I don't rip exactly what someone's doing, but if I see this product doing well, I'm gonna go see like what other variations of this product exist. Maybe there's a different color, maybe there's a different style, maybe there's something else. So, like this could turn into me trying to sell Galaxy projector lights. You could build a whole store around that. So, well, this specific one has been oversold already, but yeah, dude, as you start to do that, build out a list. I'd say add 10 to 20 products to a list, try to narrow it down, and then bring it to us. Either we can
All
review
right.
it or you can do it on a call like this and share your screen, and we can go through it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually step one. I've seen so many people, doing their research. They try to find products, and they just kind of half-ass choose something like, oh, okay, I'll sell this. It looked for 20 minutes. It's like I am so selective with what I test that I have like a 1 in 3 like success rate of stuff I actually stick with, sell, and make money. You know, because I'm so picky because I don't want to spend the time. You don't lose a ton of money when testing products. Like relatively, you might lose $1,000, 1,500 at most. A lot of products I'll kill sooner. Like if you really get into the testing, it's half working, but you can't get it profitable, and you will have scaled a little bit. You lose something, but man, the time that's into that, you might be a month in. It's good to kind of see what's working here, and we can always go look at their stuff as well. So we got this, and then yeah, if you go find it, you could go on TikTok and probably find a link to it. So here it is. Boom. Wow. Expensive, but good for them. They got different colors. I don't know if this is an actual logo on there. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think they have inventory for that. You never know. People do some tricky stuff, but this is a good looking store. That's a ridiculous discounted price that they're showing, but hey, it could work. It could work.
I've been doing some research and I've spent, quite a few hours on it already. And I feel like I'm extremely picky too, but is there a point where it's almost being too picky too? Like you got to give yourself a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, I mean, I'm picky on the competition side of it. So if I actually see too many people doing it, it can be a turnoff. But I always want to be running something. So if I'm
Hmm.
not, like, especially if you were just starting, I would be as quickly as possible trying to get something up and running. So I wouldn't let that like paralyze me to the point where I spend 2 months looking. Like you can find a
Hmm.
product in the next 2 days, 100%. I mean, you absolutely could. Like literally, just as of when we're doing this call, yesterday I got a good connection to a rep inside of Facebook, so I can finally start some Facebook ads again, and hopefully not get taken down right away. You know,
Hmm.
finally get that going again. Maybe who knows? I called a buddy who we've run a bunch of stores together. I was like, let's go set something up. So we threw a couple product ideas together. We'll probably chat again today. we'll have 5 different routes we can take, and we'll have a store set up by the end of the week. Like it'll be quick, you know. So you look through it, scan what's going on. We also have some other products in our back pocket that we've sold before that we think would work, you know. So it can be a quick process. And as you go through the program, I mean, you'll see the standard metric that I want everybody to hit who's at least starting from scratch. By day 14, you should at least have identified the product you're going to start with. It might not be the end all be all winner. You're going to pick that product. You're going to have the store built, the ads ready to go, and everything ready to launch in the first 14 days. That's a very relaxed, easy timeline. It's nice and smooth. You could do that spending an hour a day, maybe even less.
Okay. Do you see a better turnout for these videos, like based on the type of product too? Like it can't be, I would assume that it can't be anything like too complicated for them to make videos around. But
Yeah.
like
So,
what have you seen work best with you know, the videos that they make for a certain type of product?
mhm. So what they do on these ones with this low ticket, they scrape the internet for all the videos. So they're not actually doing like filming, right? They're not for 50 bucks, they're not making the videos. If you go to their UGC ads, this is where they are. They have a ton of influencers they work with. So you know,
Hmm.
120 for one or 300 for three. And again, 20% discount code, that helps. But this is where they send it to influencers they work with, people that are like, you know, slightly TikTok famous, if you will. That's where you can have some creative input on what happens. But on the other ones, they're just looking for all the stuff online. They have a bunch of VAs overseas that do it, and they pull it together, they mix it up, change the sound. It's just mixing and mashing clips. So it can kind of work on anything as long as there's videos out there. I've done it with phone cases. We had a wireless charging pad. I mean, we've done everything from, I really like their 2D animations on Facebook. That's a big one that I've used a lot. But those don't work super well over on TikTok. But
Okay.
all of these, you know, so my orthopedic company was huge. We were spending like $5,000 a month with them, which was good. I mean, they were working really well. Jewelry stuff works great. Literally any knickknack. I mean, from camera lights to whatever. They have all sorts of examples on here. Fitness products. We had like a fitness band we were scaling on Facebook. So there's a lot of stuff that can work.
Hayden, I do have a small list prepared.
Cool, cool.
Is that something you have a couple minutes to look over just to give like just a
Yeah.
short analysis of how I'm doing so far?
Yeah. You want to share your screen?
Okay, here it is here. So I've got 6 of them.
Mhm.
And I was super, super picky. Like I spent a few hours just on these alone. Um, but I have it kind of broken down. I'm just using like the base quotes that they're showing on the websites. I don't know how accurate that's going to be, or I guess how good I can actually get it.
Yeah.
When I actually do make those calls and try to get quotes. But this is just kind of like the breakdown of what I'm seeing right now as far as the metrics I want to try to track.
All those margins look good just at a glance. So that's great. I mean, a 3-to-1 is like my initial, like, you got to be there at least like a 3x. So those look really good. You want to open up some of these links, take a look?
Yeah. You know, and for this, it was something that I thought looked pretty cool, and you could really easily make videos around it. And when I was doing a little bit of research on TikTok, just on the videos that other people have posted, I don't see very many people that have been able to scale it well. There was one guy that had quite a following with it, but I mean, most of the videos just kind of sucked, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it's like one of those like rave products, you know, like, and there's a huge market for that. I mean, look at Burning Man, look at all the festivals that happen. I mean,
mhm.
that could definitely be something for that. I like the pricing of it. I like it a lot. And I do believe you could get that product cost down later once you're getting sales, like a lot.
Mhm.
That would be nice. I mean, the first thing that pops into my head, it's a little, you know, unique in a corner of the market. It's not the most broad product. So that'll
Yeah,
be
for sure.
and because it's just sunglasses, it's like got the little cheaper vibe going on. You might consider a low plus shipping pricing model, which is where you price it low on purpose and you charge more for shipping. So again, I always
Okay.
charge $5. That's my standard. But what you could do, instead of charging 30 for this, charge 25 or 22 and charge 10 or $12 shipping and just see if that works. So you could try one. If it's not working, try a different pricing model, you know, where you just disguise the price as shipping. That's one thing you
Mhm.
can do, just so it's met with less resistance. Um, but I like this. This could be a product that's added onto a store that, you know, maybe has other LED light stuff. So there could be multiple products to test between.
Okay. So the whole shipping angle is just kind of playing into the psychology of it a little bit.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but if it's not selling well at 35, like I've seen people at 35 and they have free shipping. I'm like, okay, make it 25 and put $10 shipping. Like that's aggressive shipping, but like it can work.
Mm-hmm.
And usually $5 to $10 is okay for shipping. So
Okay, cool.
yeah, so
I'm
that
gonna
could be,
open up another one here.
yeah.
There's this thing right here. It's a reflective cap. Um, and that the margins on this one are pretty good. I'm seeing between a 3 and a 4 5, just based on the base price here, the total price. I'm
It's
thinking I could
good.
probably get $30 for this. I don't know.
The thing with I've never even sold a hat. I've looked at a lot of clothing. I know people have done well with clothing brands. The thing with clothing, you really have to build a brand. Like there needs to be a following, influencers, like some sort of hype around it.
Mm-hmm.
This to me, like if I saw an ad for a hat, there's no way I would buy it. Even if it was like I couldn't. And I haven't really heard of many people scaling a lot of like clothing stuff unless it's like a custom shirt. Because it's just not a sexy product. And it's like, how much would you spend on a hat? I'm no fashion expert, but $20 for a hat sounds reasonable. Would I pay
Mm-hmm.
40 randomly online? Maybe, maybe not. This has never been a type of product that I'd like jump right into, you know? Now, if it's like super glow in the dark, you might be hitting that. Like, I don't know if you can click on some of the other pictures. If that's the selling angle of it, where it's like reflective in the dark, like a style thing, maybe that
Mm-hmm.
would fit onto the same store if you were to do the glasses as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
See, this is the kind of angle I was thinking about too, because I looked at a lot of videos of people that have had this, and it's being advertised as like, a fashion thing when I really think it could be a safety thing. I
yeah,
mean, this could be something that runners use when they're running in the morning if they run at night, as a safety thing, because runners have been hit running on the road before because people didn't see them, and having something like this, I think would minimize that risk, and just one of the different angles I was thinking about. And
yep.
as far as upsells, there's a ton of upsell potential for this too. If you're advertising it like like a safety thing for runners.
So that's obviously, I mean, if you're going the safety route, that's a totally different route than the reflective rave party route, right? So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times there's multiple ways to advertise a product, and it's going to like result in a completely different outcome. And so a lot of people try one way and be like, "Oh, that product doesn't work," but maybe they should market it differently. So I at least see those two ways. This to me still doesn't jump out as like the biggest, best top of the list.
Mm-hmm.
I do think there's something that would be more attractive that would really get the, oh damn, I need that. Like that's what we want someone to think when they come across it. Maybe that's this. Maybe I'm wrong. But I always try to think what's the top, what can we do there? What's the best possible product? And what can we do that will ensure that we can sell something and get an average order value of at least $40, ideally 50 or
Mm-hmm.
60.
I've got this face massage red light therapy wand. I know red light therapy is kind of a hot topic right now, so I thought this would kind of fit into that niche. um, Beauty product, red light therapy. And this is something that, I have some personal experience with too, with my wife. I mean, she's done red light therapy to help grow her hair because at one point she lost all her hair. And, she had purchased something that was similar to this, on a larger scale that helped her grow her hair back. So, as far as that niche, and especially with this being a popular thing right now, I think this would probably do well, and the price point's great too on it compared to other similar products. This one's a little more aesthetic, and I think it would be easy to market too, really easy to market.
I know a lot of girls have, I see it on TikTok all the time, like the full face mask that you put on, and it's like a red
Hmm.
light thing, and it's got like the
Hmm.
eye hole and the mouth hole and everything, and you just sit there for 30 minutes or whatever.
Hmm.
Dude, those are expensive. Like these big brands will sell this for $100, this little thing, all day long.
Hmm.
So yeah, it could definitely work. As long as the pricing's good, you can make a good ad for it. That's a very good product that it has a strong appeal. Like to me, the appeal of this is stronger than the hat
Hmm.
because someone is going to prioritize how they look over their safety every day of the week.
Yeah, and that's another thing that was attractive about this too is, um, the margins are good even when you're selling it for 55 to $80. I mean, it's quite less expensive than a majority of these that are on the market, and you could still turn a good margin on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, so far I'd rank those three that you have. I'd put this one first, the glasses second, the hat third. The cool thing about this, it already gets you past like our minimum viable order amount, because you could sell this for at least $40, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
going to jump you right there. It's also one of those products where, and I've sold some stuff in the health space, so I know if you just raise the price $5, nothing's probably going to change once it's working. Like, people are going to buy it. It's one of those things that is a little less price resistant. People just, they want it for the selfish reason. It's not like a cool knickknack or something where they're going to think about the money.
Mm-hmm.
At least think about it more. And there's other products you can sell. Like, I sold a makeup fridge. It was like a really small little fridge to put stuff in, and we sold that thing for like $89. It was ridiculous. I mean, whatever. People were buying it. We actually had to shut it down because most people that were buying it, we were running worldwide ads on Facebook. Like 80% of the orders were from Saudi Arabia. No clue why. And the shipping there was like $30 versus like,
Holy smokes.
and I didn't know that for the first month. So I thought I was making all this money. Turns out it was break even, thank God, the whole way. And I was like, well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's a doozy. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay, well, cool.
that could be something to try. Also, like, click on that third image there where it's like against the skin on that one. So yeah, that right there. This is exactly what Viral Ecom Ads does. There's going to be a 2D animation of this, and that's what I was talking about, where it's just that's the easiest thing to do. They're going to make an animation like showing the product, and then it's going to go animated where it's like it actually working on the skin and hair growing,
Mm-hmm.
zits going away, whatever the thing. And I think they do a really good job of that. So it's like really cool editing for no money,
All right, that's cool. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, I got another one here. This one's kind of a total just like novelty item. It's a drone smartwatch remote sensing. Like, you can control it with this little smartwatch that's on your hand, and you do hand movements to control it.
Oh, that's cool. And that
Yeah.
obviously, it includes the drone.
Yeah, includes a drone.
Wow.
And it's very, very well priced.
$20.
Too. I mean, $20. And yeah, introducing drone smartwatch remote sensing, latest RC minicopter. Yeah.
Have you seen
it's-
the flying orb? It's like a little drone inside of a mesh ball of plastic. It's like the size of a baseball.
I've been seeing that quite a bit as I've
Yeah.
been going through this stuff.
People
Yeah.
throw it. There's no remote. I still don't know
Mhm.
how that thing works. I should probably buy one. But yeah, like, that has been scaled so hard. This to me looks like the 2.0 version of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because drones are a big thing right now. I mean, you see all sorts of videos of people messing around with drones, and this is one that, it gets a little more interactive with the person, and you can do hand gestures and control the thing. I mean, I think that's sweet.
Yeah, and it's obviously a crappy little plastic drone, but it's going to be priced accordingly, and it's just a cool knickknack. So that is a prime example. That could probably work on Facebook too, because it's just so cool.
Mhm.
But that's a great example of like a TickTock product in my mind. So I like that. I definitely like that. I think it'd be really easy to do some videos for it too. Might be a little more difficult for Viral Ecom ads to do if there's no videos online of it. But yeah, you can make some videos of that for sure.
Oh shit, that'd be easy for me. I got a park in my backyard. I can just hop the fence and start messing around with it.
There you go. There you
Now,
go. All the
I got
board videos, they were always inside. Like, they'd be throwing it across the kitchen to their friend, and it would come right back, and it was always fun to watch.
Yeah, that's interesting. I saw a few videos on those, and I'm like, how the hell does that thing actually work?
I know, right? But so just that's why it works, because everybody's going to stop for at least that. You get the 3-second pause. What the hell is that? And it's like that creates the intrigue. They're going to like it, or they're going to send it to somebody. That's what makes a good video. Is if it's something like this where it's unique, nobody's seen it before. That helps a lot.
All right, let's see here. I got one more, and this one solves a problem that I'm personally affected with, and a lot of people I'm sure are. It's a slicing wrist training aid. I've heard people doing the pencil method, where you put a pencil in your glove to keep your wrist straight. This thing is actually designed to keep your wrist straight, and I was not able to find any videos for this specific product anywhere.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of like golf training aids. There's like a little bristle mat that you put down and you just practice swing with no ball.
Hmm.
Show you like the bristles will fold over, show you your swing, different things. It could be cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
When I tried searching this, that's what I was seeing was those bristle mats like crazy.
yeah,
So
um, yeah, my friend could use this. I was just out on the golf course yesterday. He lost some really
oh
good
my
balls.
gosh, dude.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you. I go to the driving range and it's a madhouse. The people that live beside the golf course gotta hate me.
Oh man.
Oh shoot. Well, yeah, this one solves a problem and the margins are actually pretty darn good on this for what I think I could sell it for. I'm thinking like $30.
Yeah,
30 bucks I could sell this.
I easily see, a $29.95 plus a $5 shipping and then have some sort of
Hmm.
upsell. Looks nice and easy.
Oh yeah, and the upsells would be easy. I mean, I could do one of those mats. I could do, um, teas. I mean,
Yeah.
other training aids. I mean, there's tons of them,
Yeah.
tons of training aids, and I think there's a couple more associated with this same manufacturer too.
Cool. And there's a lot of golf products that I see go viral on TikTok. This is one of those things that I think if it does work on TikTok, eventually you could also run Facebook ads for, which is great.
Hmm.
I do like to see that where it could be a little more, it's still widespread. Because there's a lot of random golfing videos where somebody has a really good hit, and it just goes viral. There's people at Top Golf. There's a guy always going viral who does one-handed hits and he just drives it like 350 yards. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I've seen those. Yeah, they're dude's
Exactly.
nuts.
Yeah, and so it's like that obviously goes viral. So if you can do something crazy, that's a good thing. Um, I do think that drone would grab more attention and be more mass market.
Okay.
So and
Okay, cool.
again, you also get that higher price point right away. Just looking at this, you're all in at $8. You'd be playing the game of charging for the product. You have to get shipping. You have to get an upsell and climb it up. Versus
Hmm.
already being there, which is fine if it's a really good product and that's what you have to do. Screw it, do it. But so these are definitely a couple of good products to do. I would, out of the ones you presented, the drone is probably the most interesting to me. Then I would say this one, and then I would do that red light therapy.
Okay. So
So those would
drone
be a
number
couple.
one.
And again, you clearly you made a list and you contracted. I would do that again and again. You know, I'd keep finding more. But this, I mean, right here, you could already have something to test with. So
Okay, cool. Well then, yeah, I'll keep cracking away on that and get a bigger list and just keep narrowing it down and try to find something that's gonna I'll be able to work with the next couple of weeks here.
sweet, man. Good work. Yeah, it's looking good.
Thanks.
Can you explain the average order value real quick?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we have some sections on that in the program, just so you can reference it later. But
Okay.
if I'm running ads, like I have to be able to sell an average order value of $40 or higher,
Okay.
right? So I could sell the product for 30, but that means everybody has to spend 40 on average. So $30 for the product, maybe it's 5 for shipping, and maybe I'm upselling something. Now, to add $5 average to every order in revenue would take a really good upsell, something that fits perfectly. I'll give you an example. The store that I had showed of the jewelry, that necklace that we were selling, we upsold a jewelry box, just a little gift box, not like a whole thing, but like a gift thing when you're giving it.
Yeah.
And it costed us $1 flat. We bought inventory for it, had our little logo on it. We'd sell it for $7. We started at 4, went to 5, went to 6. 7 was the perfect price. As soon as I went to 8, people stopped taking it. But at $7, 33% of people were taking it. So that was adding, because the $6 profit, $2 in profit to every order. So that was a pretty good bit of extra profit on each one. So, and that was like a home run, that was really good. So yeah, getting past 40 is really important to make sure you have a consistent margin, especially on TikTok, because your ad cost is going to change a little bit. You're going to have a little roller coaster. So you want to make sure you got a good buffer.
Now, wasn't that awesome? A ton of great insight into finding products, the criteria, and then of course, going through the live list from a student who was putting together a list of products and trying to narrow it down. So you got to see some more of my opinion on how I think about the products. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Again, you can apply for our coaching group link down below and get some direct mentorship for a long period of time. It's not just a course, we're there with you, holding you accountable. And then of course, open your Shopify store with the link down below. You'll get those special Shopify terms on their trial, and then send me a screenshot of that on Instagram. I'll send you over some more free resources. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like. If you have any questions at all, the perfect place is to comment them down below, and I'd be happy to answer them. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.